We begin tonight with a Supreme Court decision that will impact San Diego as justices ruled in favor of an Oregon city that sued for the right to enforce outdoor sleeping encampment bans. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. It is the most significant debate on the topic in decades. And today's ruling now gives local lawmakers more flexibility when it comes to cracking down on tents. CBS 8's Jenny Day is in the East Village with what local leaders and homeless advocates are saying tonight.
It remains a divided issue. Some local lawmakers are calling it a win, while homeless advocates say it will make things harder for those living here on the street.
I sleep a lot downtown. I'm disabled. I'm widowed.
Margot Lee has been homeless for 12 years. I shared the news with her and several others downtown.
It's wrong. It's very wrong.
Today, in a 6-3 decision, the United States Supreme Court cleared the way for cities to enforce bans on homeless people sleeping outside in public spaces, overturning a California appeals court that first ruled it was cruel and unusual punishment. Here's retired Superior Court Judge Laura Halgren.
They distinguish between the act of sleeping in the park versus the status of being homeless.
The case comes out of Grants Pass, Oregon. The rural town was putting people in jail for up to 30 days and issuing $295 fines after tents started taking over public parks.
Today's ruling by the U.S. Supreme Court is the most significant ruling on homelessness in many decades.
Mayor Todd Gloria says this ruling gives clarity on how the city can enforce unsafe encampments, but it will not change the strategy on homelessness, including the plan to add more shelter beds at Kettner and Vine. El Cajon Mayor Bill Wells and Supervisor Jim Desmond say banning outdoor sleeping on public sidewalks is a sensible step forward, adding the ruling empowers cities to enforce policies that maintain the cleanliness, safety, and accessibility of our public spaces while supporting those in need.
The San Diego ordinance does not allow prosecution of someone for sleeping in public in general locations unless there is an alternative, such as an open shelter bed.
Rather than punishment, homeless advocates like Father Joe's Villages and the Lucky Duck Foundation say the answer is to invest in affordable housing and outreach services that help people rebuild their lives.
Criminalization entrenches chronic homelessness. It costs 3 times the amount to keep somebody in jail as it would cost to house that one person in a single room occupancy at market rate.
Today's decision from the highest court in the land comes at a time when a record number of people don't have a permanent place to live. At last check, there are more than 10,000 people experiencing homelessness in San Diego County. Reporting from East Village, Jenny Day, CBS 8.
Thank you, Jenny. And the Supreme Court today also ruled the Justice Department overstepped its bounds in using a charge to prosecute hundreds of accused January 6th rioters. We'll explain what that means for some of the defendants and former President Donald Trump. That's ahead in our next half hour.
Tonight, we know the names of the 2 of the 3 motorcyclists killed in a crash on Interstate 5 yesterday near Camp Pendleton. The Navy tells us shipmates 37-year-old Stephen Williams and 38-year-old Jess Davis were both killed. The crash happened early yesterday when a Jeep hit a guardrail for unknown reasons. Another car then hit that Jeep, and then 4 motorcyclists crashed into the wreckage. The Navy tells us, quote, "Our thoughts and prayers are with the sailors, friends, families, and coworkers, and we ask they be afforded privacy during this difficult time." A driver is in the hospital tonight after the car landed upside down in the backyard of a home in La Mesa. You see these images from Chopper 8 right here. It happened a few hours ago on Sierra Vista Avenue, just south of Interstate 8. Right now, it's not clear what caused this car to flip over and crash, but the driver did need to be rescued. We don't know the extent of the driver's injuries or if that house was damaged at all.
We're learning the former TikTok personality convicted of murdering his wife and her friend plans to appeal and ask for a new trial. Ali Abulaban was back in court today for sentencing, but that was pushed back to September. Abulaban's attorney says his client needs more time to prepare for his life behind bars. He's facing life in prison without the possibility of parole. 8 of 11 people convicted for attacking pro-Trump supporters in Pacific Beach days after the January 6th insurrection were sentenced today. They range from 6 months to 8 years behind bars. The defendants were convicted on charges related to orchestrating a series of violent attacks on attendees at that rally back in January of 2021. The case is believed to be the first criminal conspiracy prosecution in the country against anti-fascist protesters.
More delays tonight for the future Otay Mesa East port of entry. Sandag now says the opening of the toll road border crossing could be delayed until 2028. And as CBS 8's David Gottfredson reports, there are new questions about Sandag moving the toll readers into Mexico.
We're building a 21st century border with a business model that doesn't exist anywhere else.
The Otay Mesa East port of entry was supposed to open in 2024. It will be built 2 miles east of the current Otay Mesa crossing. But construction delays have now extended the opening date as far off as 2028, according to the San Diego Association of Governments.
We will not be able to give you an exact open to traffic date.
South of the border, the Mexican government says its work on the port of entry will be finished on schedule in September.
I know Mexico is already ahead of us.
Sandag staff has blamed the delays in the U.S. on negotiations with Customs and Border Protection and the General Services Administration. Those are the federal agencies that would normally be in charge of building a port of entry, but in this case, Sandag and Caltrans are building it using a unique funding source. The $1.3 billion crossing will collect tolls on vehicles.
It was decided that we were going to help ourselves by helping the federal government.
Mario Orso is Sandag's new CEO.
I take full responsibility for it.
Brought in after the former CEO resigned last year amid toll collecting errors and mismanagement of the State Route 125 toll road. Orso is now overseeing the transition to a new tolling system for State Route 125 operated by a new company. And that new system may also be used to collect future tolls at Otay Mesa East, raising some concerns.
A possible question is, hey, you know, we're having issues on the 125, so how can you get your act together on this one that may be a little bit more complicated?
Over the next 40 years, Sandag and Caltrans plan to share an estimated $8 billion in toll revenue from Otay East in a 50-50 split with Mexico.
The potential revenue for Sandag is just crazy.
A problem developed earlier this year when the Federal Highway Administration told Sandag toll money collected on highways cannot be shared with Mexico, leading Sandag to announce a last-minute change.
The primary toll readers, instead of being on State Route 11, we're moving them to the Mexican side of the border. Then the actual toll transaction, which is electronic, will be happening in Sandag's tolling center.
Sandag says it plans to install a secondary toll reader on the U.S. side in case the Mexican toll readers go down.
We have full control of the operation.
David Gottfredson, CBS 8.
Sandag claims border wait times could be cut to 20 minutes at the new crossing. The agency says toll costs will fluctuate depending on traffic between $4 and $30 per vehicle.
Customs and Border Protection is temporarily expanding the hours of operation for Sentry trusted travel lanes at the Otay Mesa port of entry. Starting today, lanes will be open an extra 2 hours on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays from 4 a.m. to midnight. Monday through Thursday, they'll still close at 10 p.m. Port officials say they're trying to reduce wait times during the busy summer season. They remind travelers wait times can be tracked online or the CBP border wait times apps on that, rather. CBS 8's going retro with the San Diego County Fair. We've got everything you need to know to get there and have a great time.
CBS 8's Kirsten Holmes joins us live from the fair with how you can have a good time. And this weekend, Kirsten, you're focusing on the music.
Oh, we are definitely focusing on the music. But real quick, breaking news alert. The weather is amazing. Oh, goodness. Sorry about that. I accidentally hit a little girl. Are you okay? We're live on TV right now. Are you okay? What's your name? Ara, thank you so much for saying hi. Sorry about that. Take a look at the fair. This is a lot of people having a good time. So we all know that the fun and the rides are a big draw, but we got to talk about the concerts. Old Dominion, Smokey Robinson, Little Big Town, The Village People, TLC, and guess what? Ludacris is taking the Corona Grand Stage tonight at 7:30. So no matter whether you like hip hop, rap, country music, or even gospel, you can find it all right here at the fair. Are you guys excited for Ludacris?
Yes! That's why we're here.
Been
Listen,
dying.
they got me here 7 hours early.
How are you going to fill 7 hours worth of time at the fair? And that's how Leah, Tiffany, and Dory are spending their time at the fair ahead of Ludacris's concert at the Corona Grandstand stage. But even if you don't have tickets to the concert,
the weather is beautiful. There's no other place like sunny San Diego. It's not hot like Sunday's going to be. Come on out and enjoy.
Bring your family out. You know, they got a plethora of different things you can do. You can pet the animals, you can ride a donkey if you like.
And if you're coming Saturday?
Tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. here at the Paddock stage is going to be some incredible gospel music, local gospel artists, local choirs.
The 18th annual Gospel Day Choir Fest is free with your purchase of a fair admission ticket. And John Rowlands III says gospel music is where most of today's music got its start.
Gospel music honestly has roots, of course, in American music, and a lot of music that is popular now, pop music, R&B music, jazz, it's influenced by gospel music.
Of course, there's also the rides, the games, all the attractions, and we can't forget, one of the biggest draws to the fair, the food.
We're trying to get a full lunch here with some grilled cheese and some pickles. My kid's got a turkey leg over there and some corn, so it's just about the food.
It's called a Strawberry Dream. It's located here at the Boba King. It's basically just a strawberry boba shake with Pop-Tarts on it. We're native San Diegans, so this is what it's all about.
And if you're coming to the fair on Sunday, for the very first time in history, there will be a powwow. So no matter what your draw is, one thing everyone we talk to agree on, that's a bonus with the San Diego County Fair.
Sunny San Diego. It's a beautiful day in sunny San Diego.
Hope you guys all have a sunny San Diego day.
All right, so tickets are sold out for the Ludacris concert tonight, but you can still hear it if you come inside of the fair. You can find more details on our website, cbs8.com. I checked on that little girl. She promises she is okay, y'all. I don't know how I'm going to survive this. How do I survive that? Oh, my gosh, that poor little girl.
You're so cute. Now, you were out and about, tried a little bit of everything out there, Kirsten. What was your favorite part of the fair this year?
Okay, so y'all, I am a music junkie. They're having a whole gospel music concert tomorrow. I am so excited. So that's gonna be my favorite part tomorrow, but it's all about the music and the food.
There was a lot of food.
For me, it was the people watching because, boy, there's nothing like the fair. Kirsten, I'm sure you had a great time doing that as well, meeting them all. Thank you. You go have some more fun before you have to come back from work. You enjoy.
Yeah, happy Friday.
You know I will.
You're at the right place. A new pair of giant pandas are calling America's finest city home tonight. Details still ahead.
Plus, what we're learning about a so-called crabocalypse happening off our coast.
Well, we were talking about temperatures being near to below seasonal when it came to our highs for today, but we are talking about a warm up by the second half of the weekend. All those details are coming up.